MX here with another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is a dirge run. As a Dark Urge, I mean, it's an evil playthrough, but there are some things that Anyway, I'll get more into that later. But right now, basically, what I tried to do here and what I'm looking at is Raphael's diary. So as you can see here, I separated the rest of my group and left them back while I ran to the bridge. And once I initiated contact with Raphael, I went back and then separated Astarion from the group so I could pickpocket. But you can't just walk up and hit X here because it will pull Astarion into the dialogue. But if you hit the square button, this is on PlayStation, if you hit the square button and select pickpocket from that, I was able to pickpocket his diary. And basically his diary while I have cast the net over my contractual predilections both far and wide, never have I been so attracted to mortals as I am to those infested by the tadpole. These particular fish, I'm not going to continue reading here, you can read on if you want. Actually, I'll go ahead and keep reading. These particular fish find themselves plashing. Is that a word? Plashing? What the fuck does plashing mean? Anyway, find themselves plashing toward their doom, toward a steel hook, unblemished by bait. How they resist the current. How inexorable it's, well, like, okay, I'm done. Inexorable. Oh, these fucking words, man. Really? Can you just use plain English, please? It's tug, it's dark, undertow. Okay, yeah. You know how Raphael likes to talk and all these, like, fucking riddles and shit. Alright, so really nothing important. I was kind of hoping for a little something more. I was kind of hoping to be able to pickpocket the armor from him. But I did watch a video where somebody was basically giving you a way to get the armor in Act 1. Can't pickpocket it, it didn't show up. But if you attack him here, he'll disappear. And then there was some way for him to wind up in your camp and you can attack him without actually like doing combat with him. So there is like an exploit. I don't do exploits. I mean, this is just a legitimate curiosity on pickpocket, see if I could pickpocket him. I did pickpocket him. I pickpocketed his diary. I'm not going to go through with this exploit on getting the armor. I was hoping I'd be able to just pickpocket the armor. That would have been legit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it is what it is. So now I did discover something I've never done before. Is I killed Karlach with Wyll, basically succeeding his counter, successfully achieving his goal and his mission by Missouri to kill Karlach. We should come. I'm going to go ahead and long rest after this to show you the reward.
There. The go. It might just be your last. Am I a friend? Potential. What? I could fix it all. Like that. And still, I've tried to kill.
So the whole party approves with not cutting a deal with the devil, obviously.
Such a All the
Now I did, maybe I should have let that scene play out a little bit longer. I did choose a Dragonborn, brass Dragonborn, and then I chose Sorcerer, Draconic Bloodline, mixed with Green Dragon is the other Bloodline. So I think that looks so awesome right there. And of course his eyes like are literally like look like fire. Like it's like flickering flames. Of course I can't really get close enough to see the eyes. You'd have to do that in character generation. I'm gonna go ahead and do a long rest and show you the Infernal Robe. Now this is basically, if you don't kill Karlach, Missouri shows up and punishes Wyll by giving him horns, making him look like a demon. Well, since Wyll did, like, but
Well, buddy,
kill Karlach.
I thought it was time I dropped by the doghouse.
Missouri.
The one and only. You haven't introduced me to your friends. Where are your manners? Will, you absolute stinker! You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the... Call me Missouri. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. Your warlock friend is my puppy. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soul. Cheer up, Buttercup. Karlach had no heart. You did the world a favor. More to the point, you obeyed. The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Now, the reason I'm showing you this isn't to let Wyll keep the robe. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm taking the robe for myself because I'm a sorcerer. Now, the robe actually would work out good with Wyll if you chose the warlock ability to cast armor without it taking a spell slot.
But I'll be damned if it goes pissing on mine.
Then he would always have a 13 with this robe.
Don't you fret much, pup. I'll be back in 3 shakes of your tail. Keep an eye on him, will you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
And there's braces of defense. They give you an extra +2 armor class.
Don't forget.
He would be able to wear that. He wouldn't be able to use a shield though with the armor spell.
Ta-ta.
Any type of armor, including I probably helms too. If it says light, medium, or heavy armor, then it'll kill the armor spell. But yeah, this is the Infernal Robe, armor class 10, can cast Fire Shield Warm, and gives a bonus 1 armor class. Also grants fire resistance. I can't show it to you just yet, but let's go see what Wyll has to say.
Damn it all. I'd be hunting devils and demons, Missouri said. Traitors and hypocrites. Not this. Karlach showed us the truth, and I refused to see it. All these years, it's Missouri who grants before I was infected. But I promise you, every thrust... Oh, so I thought. Until Karlach.
See, you can see the eyes there. You see them flickering the fire. Yeah, I just when I saw this brass and green mix, I was like, oh, dude, that looks awesome.
I can't utter the terms or say, but it was worth it.
to
Now
know
there's
you can't
also,
chase the
this
thoughts
is
of that
the
poor
dark
girl you killed
urge.
for a
I've already
while.
done
You
one
wonder what she looked like as
long
she
rest,
died.
and
Squirming, skewered in a
if your
abject
first long rest
agony.
is before you get to the grove, it probably won't be the same. I mean, I can just imagine. Um,
You would have given, as you jolt awake, too many questions plague
but
you.
as long as you go, like, I guess your first long rest after you go to the grove anyway. And I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, even if you don't go to the grove yet. You'll get a visit, and this is only in the Dark
When the
Urge
proud
run.
deed of her death was
You'll get a
yours,
visit
why
from
do you have
Alfira,
no
the bard that you
recollection of
run
it?
across in the grove. She wants to join you, and regardless of how you answer her, there's a few different options on how you speak to her, whether you allow her to stay or whether you tell her to get away from you. You wind up killing her. Now, I didn't really record that or post that,
I followed you, my
but this is the
dear
second
wicked
long
master.
rest.
We
So the
have been
first one
parted so
after I killed
tragically long.
Alfira. And it kind of just gets more into revealing your dark urge tendencies, where you didn't even know you did it. You just woke up with blood all over your hands and her leg just completely ripped apart on the ground.
Oh,
Now
I
this gets you
found you
another
following the
item.
stench of that bard.
So you really should long rest, especially in the first
She
act,
reeked across the
because
coast
it's what
like a piece of
progresses a
dog
lot
work on
of
the
kind of
road.
like story and optional type stuff, and a lot of it, or some of it, does have to do with trophies like the owlbear cub, the dog, the scratch, and the owlbear cub. You have to pet them both at the same time, and you can only do that, uh, you can only get to that point by long resting several times.
I'm sure, I cannot wait until your next act of shameless. Though that be true.
So again, that was specific to the Dark Urge playthrough, revealing more about your past. Of course, it didn't really reveal anything, kind of just, oh, this is your butler, a demonic looking thing. Now you saw that Death Stalker mantle is a robe. I mean, not a robe, a cloak. So there's the Infernal robe, and of course that increased my armor class by 1. Now the Draconic Bloodline also has scales that give them 13 armor class all the time. You don't have to cast armor, which means I could still use a shield. I don't have proficiency with sorcerers, don't have proficiency with a shield, but if you cross class, of course you would be able to do that. The mantle itself will turn me invisible anytime I kill an enemy, which is very handy. I've used it before on a Dark Urge run when I first got the platinum on my primary profile, and so this I think this looks good. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for the robe, Wyll. So that's what you get for killing Karlach, is the Infernal robe, and your first item on your Dark Urge run, the Deathstalker mantle. So this is my second long rest, just to give you a heads up there. And anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.